viewers, welcome to Science TV News at 1 p.m. with me, your host, Catherine Ngovi, and my sign language interpreter voicing, Esther Kendi. Welcome to our news updates. The fourth phase of autopsy examination for victims of the Shakahola cult in Kilifi County went underway on Wednesday, with post-mortem conducted on 10 more bodies. The autopsy report indicated that out of the 10 autopsies conducted, 9 of them were children, while only 1 was an adult. According to the chief government pathologist Johnson Odwor, the cause of death for 4 victims was found to be starvation, while autopsy on the 6 others was inconclusive due to the level of decomposition of the bodies. Dr. Odwor further stated that 4 of the victims were established to have been male, while 3 were females. He, however, noted that the gender of 3 other victims could not be ascertained due to the decompositions.
But 6 of them we were unable to establish, the reason being that they were decomposed to a level that we were unable to get anything meaningful in a form of a cause of death. The process is ongoing, and very soon they'll be able to release the DNAs which have been matched, so that now we can be in that phase of releasing bodies to the relatives.
From that news update, we have the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOA, has launched investigations into the shooting incident witnessed in Kiamaiko area of Nairobi on Tuesday, leading to 1 death suspected to have been caused by a police bullet. Galano Hassan Yusuf, a father of 3, was shot and killed on Tuesday, sparking 2 days of protest in the area where protesters blocked the roads. He was shot during an altercation between locals at a car wash and police over an attempt by police to arrest 2 of his workers, residents and other workers said. The autopsy done on his body showed that the bullet was fired from the back and went through the mouth. Galano was a well-known businessman in the area, hence the 2-day violence experienced in the area.
Kwa kaosh, sasa ile ndudi kuletwa jamaa ana do, akaambiwa enda ulete do, akaenda. Kurudi, siya kurudi amepigiwa simu, wewe utaki ndudi nini? Akapigiwa mara mingi simu, sasa hakukuja. Askari walisema ni mwizi, ndudi muliiba, ni ya wizi nini? Chairman akaitwa, akakuja sasa yeye, chairman ndo yeye. Akasema ndudi si ya wizi, ndudi mimi ndo nimeweka mahali. Iko si ndudi yako wewe ulinipea. Na pesa hujalipa, ndudi iko nimekuwekea mahali. Vurugu ni ya nini? Kidogo tu askari amepiga juu.
Dr. Ndegwa has confirmed that he died out of a single shot from the back. Alipigwa katikati ya mgongo na ikatoka kwa mdomo, and it fractured the base of the skull, and that was the cause.
Shot hapa kwa throat ilipita, alafu mwingine brother yake tu alishutiwa hapa kwa thighs akiwa kwa balcony.
Na wala juani na hiyo mambo, yeye ni mwenye kaosh, aliuliwa bure na serikali ndo aliua, alidhulumiwa, na hiyo kijiji mzima anamjua hii mtoto na si mizi.
3 to 4 years alikuwa South Africa, ameenda kutafuta maisha, ndo alirudi. Hasa ndo niko na yeye na tuko wawili, ameniacha.
Askari anakuwa polisi, anakuwa yeye ndio judge, anakuwa yeye ndio prosecutor, anakuwa yeye ndio kila kitu, mhukumu, anatuhukumu. Sheria ni ya kazi gani basi? Situishi bila sheria.
We don't want delays, tuambiwe sijui investigation sijui nini, ashikwe haraka iwezekanavyo. Evidence is so open, is so clear, afikishwe mahakamani.
And away from that news, we have Road and Transport Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen and Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja conducted an inspection tour of the bus Rapid Transmit, that is the BRT Line 2 in Kasarani Terminal in Nairobi. According to the Cabinet Secretary, the first phase of the line will cover the Ruiru-Nairobi CBD Kenyatta National Hospital route, with a second phase stretching from Kenol through Ruiru and Bomas, that is in Langata Road, to Rongai. In addition, the terminal located near Kasarani Stadium will include a park and a ride zone for motorists who wish to use the BRT, a matatu drop-off and a pickup zone, a bus ramp and an operation center, among other facilities. The Bus Rapid Transmit project is a key priority to the Kenya Kwanza government, as it will help streamline the public transport system covering Nairobi, Machakos, Kiambu, Kajiado, and Murang'a by making more organized, safe, secure, and efficient. And away from that news update, we have Siaya Governor James Orengo now wants judiciary to put a stop to the attempts by the government to use it to justify illegal detention of anti-government demonstrators against the constitutionally required timelines. According to Orengo, incidents where the police and the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions were taking applications to have those opposed to the government to be detained for a number of days pending preference of charges was similarly to the old holding charge that was repealed following the enactment of the new constitution. He was speaking in Ahindi Gardens in Siaya town today when he led Siaya leaders and other residents in an interdenominational prayer in memory of the victims of demonstrators who had been rocked several parts of the county.
I want to say this to the judiciary. In the old days, when you are arrested, you are taken to court, there was a notorious document called the holding charge, that you're taken to court on a holding charge, and on the basis of that holding charge, you could be kept in prison, or in a remand prison, without bail or bond for more than a month, for more than 2 months. Now the prosecution has come out with another mechanism, which is illegal and unconstitutional, to ask the courts to detain somebody for a number of days. We are asking the judiciary, when somebody is taken to court on any charge which is bailable, that person should be granted bail on the spot.
If we release people on bond, after spending 4 or 5 days, the perpetrators will still be happy, because to them, they will have inflicted fear and pain and call. And the way forward, if we really mean that human rights have been defended, then there has to be penalty for deliberately denying another Kenyan the right that he should enjoy as put in the law.
And on to the news we have. The Azimio chief Raila Odinga has been asked to report President William Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua to the International Criminal Court at The Hague over the killing of protesters. And this is according to Mombasa Azimio supporters who turned out for a vigil in honor of demonstrators killed during the anti-government protests, saying that President William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua and Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki, together with Inspector General of Police Japhet Koome, should be held accountable for the deaths. Led by Bradley Ouna, a human rights defender, they said that the police were acting on order issued by the state.
Na tunasema hivi, wakati tuko hapa tunaomboleza, we are not forgetting, but we can forgive, because that is what the Lord Jesus Christ told us. We forgive, but we should not forget that these people were killed by police officers. That these police officers were sent to kill these people by none other than President William Samoei Ruto. That these people were sent to kill us by none other by Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. That these people were sent to kill us by none other by the CS, Internal Security, Honorable Kithure Kindiki. That none other has sent them to kill us than IG, the Inspector General of Police. So we are saying, we are not blaming the small police officers. We are not blaming the corporal and the whatever. The people with greatest responsibility are the people who send these people to kill us.
Sisi tunaomba serikali. Mambo na picketing imeruhusiwa na imekubalia katika katiba yetu. Mheshimiwa Raila, kiongozi wetu wa Azimio, amesema hii wiki tunaomboleza. Next week atujui, sisi tunafuata maagizo ya kiongozi wetu. Kwa hivyo leo tumejisanya hapa, na hivi vile mmeona, na mimi nimefurahia nyinyi vyombo vya habari mripoti vizuri. Aliongea tumempa ile kama kiongozi wetu ni mtu wa CSO. Ni mtu wa ni mwanaharakati. Hii inaonyesha wazi hii vita zetu tuko nazo nchi yetu is no longer political affair thing. It's no longer Raila Odinga affair. Hii ni kitu ya itakuwa led na wananchi.
Mimi nataka nichukue nafasi kusema ya kwamba wakati President Moi alikuwa president wa Kenya, ilikuwa ni wakati hatuwezi tukazungumza na uwezi ukasema shida yako. Wakati tuko ni 21st century, we should be given time and right to talk.
Sisi leo tumekuja hapa kwa amani, na kama mlivyoona na kila wakati tumekuwa tukisema ya kwamba sisi ni watu wa amani. Hakuna mtu hapa umemuona na silaha yoyote. Hakuna mtu hapa umemuona na jiwe. Hakuna mtu umemuona na panda. Na sisi hii ndio kuanzia mwanzo kabisa tumesema sisi ni watu wa amani.
And on to our final news update, we have the East Africa Community, the EAC, has set aside 355 million shillings for the completion of the Lake Victoria Basin Commission headquarters in Kisumu. According to Lake Victoria Basin Commission Executive Secretary Dr. Masinde Bwire, the new building is expected to be completed within 80 weeks. The funds contributed by the EAC member states for the construction of the building will enable the Commission to move to the new offices in February 2025. Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Burundi, and South Sudan which share the lake resources, contribute a percentage towards the project, and other member states are Rwanda and now DRC Congo. The headquarters being constructed on the shores of Lake Victoria will fast-track the consolidation and ensure smooth coordination of the activities of the Commission across the Great Lake region.
This place will be the home of the Lake Victoria Basin Commission. It will add the beautification of the city, and it will be an icon, the stopover of the East Africa in the Republic of Kenya.
We appreciate that the East African community has already given us a country a chance to host this secretariat. So we'll do our best. We'll partner with the commission and even with the contractor so that we ensure that the building comes to be within the time that has been given.
Money service imefika. Vuma ni wallet yako ya kurahisisha. Download Vuma app just like that. Ama join ukidial *844 #8. Kutop up ni Visa au Mastercard. Pesa Vuma tu Vuma ni free kutuma. Yo yo. Ni free kutuma. Kufanya transfer to any bank ni kuvuma. Vuma, Vuma, Vuma.
To join, dial *844# and download the Vuma app now. Load cash to your wallet through Vuma agents or your bank, or go to your nearest KCB Bank branch, ATM, or agent. Let your money flow with Vuma.
Nairobi is watching Science TV.
The Sports Culture and Heritage Cabinet Secretary Ababu Namwamba has affirmed Kenya is committed to completing the renovation of the major stadium, whether or not Kenya wins the Pamoja bid to host the 2027 African Cup of Nations. The Cabinet Secretary was speaking at the Kasarani Stadium after meeting a delegation from the Confederation of Africa Football, that is CAF, who were in the country for the inspection tour of the country's facilities. Honorable Ababu Namwamba noted the country had rolled out a plan to refurbish the facilities and have provided the details of the infrastructural and architectural plans.
We are starting here in terms of upgrading the 3 stadia is work that Kenya should have done many years ago, honestly. And if you ask me, the money we have spent constructing all sorts of little things all over the place. You have a little stadium here, a little stadium here. That money should have been pooled, ideally, to first of all, upgrade the facilities we have. Honestly, if you intend to continue living in your house, you fix the leaking roof before you build another structure.
For me, nataka tukue ready. Ingine siasa itafanya tofauti, lakini si tukue ready. That's for me. We are competing with big nations. Wametoka Algeria, wametoka Senegal, wakakuja hapa, wanaenda Botswana, wanaenda Nigeria after that. Si tukue ready. Ingine kama tutapewa na nini tupige tofauti, lakini si tukue ready. That's what matters.
We are not doing this just for AFCON. We are doing this because Kenya needs international level sporting facilities. We are a sporting nation. Among the things that define Kenya more than anything else is sports. And you cannot be a country with such a proud sporting heritage, pedigree, without the facilities, without the infrastructure to back that. So with or without AFCON, we are focused on our infrastructure development program.
And on to other sports news, we have Kenya Rugby under-20 coach Katas Olango says he was more impressed by his team improvement than the results after winning a 22-16 against Hong Kong. Chipu beat Hong Kong 22-16 in their final Pool B match at Nyayo Stadium on Tuesday afternoon. Coach Olango said the games is yet another evidence that the youngsters are growing in leaps and bound as far as rugby is concerned. Kenya began their competition on a disappointing start, losing 34-25 to the two-time champions Samoa, that was on Saturday, before failing 48-18 to Spain last Thursday. That is all we had prepared our viewers. Thank you for joining us here at Science TV News and the Sports News. With me, your host Catherine Ngovi, and my sign language interpreter voicing Esther Kendi. Enjoy your afternoon and goodbye.